And here we are. What's happening? Beautiful, amazing, spectacular human beings. It is 2:53. I'm usually live. Oh, I don't really have a usual time that I go live, but here we are. It's Tuesday and we're live. And I've got a lot to cover and I've got to jam it into a short period of time because I have a phone call in 6 minutes. Oh, so much happening. It's the end of summer. I feel like my days are getting more and more busy. We are ramping up for a very, very busy holiday season, which I'm super excited to talk about. And I'm going to share a little bit about that with you today. Inventory, we've had a very powerful week and a half. I'm down to 17 sound lounges. I'm down to my last practitioner. I have 10 in production. I think they'll get here in probably 40 or 45 days, though. So it's taken a little while for us to maintain our inventory and keep everything going. So luckily for us, there is lots of demand that, of course, has its upside and its downside. And we're in the process of placing our largest order yet, and that's going to be for holiday and into the beginning of next year. Some very exciting things happening on that front, which I'll be able to share with you over the next couple of months. In the meantime, 17 sound lounges is going to have to get us until our next major delivery. So if you're looking for it, if you're interested, now's going to be the time to make that purchase. I put the same message out on our practitioners last week, and so many of you jumped on it. I have one left, 10 more in production. So lots of meditation cushions left right now. I'm down to 48 beige meditation cushions, and those have been moving faster and faster. So double check. If this is something you're in the market for, you know somebody who is, if you're one of our affiliates and you have interested clients, now's the time to take a look. Our holiday order is being placed literally today. It's the largest order we've ever placed. Our growth has been absolutely spectacular. I will have updates on status when it will arrive as I know more and we get more and more updates from our factory, long lead times on certain aspects of that. So obviously, as I get updates as to when everything's at the factory and everything's being made, I'll know a lot more as to what those delivery dates look like. And you know, I'm going to update you each week on this live because that's what we do. For an app update, all is well. It took us a little while to re-upload about 25 different tracks that were having issues with iOS. All of those tracks have been fixed. You can now fast forward, rewind, pause, stop, play. The app is functioning the way that it was supposed to. That was a 2-week bender. And I apologize. And thank you for your patience while we got all this stuff sorted out, but that has been fixed and rectified. A lot of times it's difficult for us to figure out exactly what's going on. In this case, had nothing to do with our app performance and everything to do with an iOS update that came up and changed the way the app was performing. So we had to actually change the type of file that we were using. And it took us a little while to work through that. We're launching a webinar series. I'm working on dates and times as we speak. We're working on the email flows and everything else. However, if you haven't been on our homepage lately, you will notice that there are now 4 pillars that we are going to start talking about. We're going to start talking about work, school, parenting, physical therapy, and recovery. So we're also going to start talking about how this is going to be used for massage therapists, body workers, acupuncture, acupressure. So we're starting to identify these 4 pillars: yoga, meditation, business and work, physical working out like gym and recovery, and then the fourth one, physical fitness. No, the fourth one, parenting. That's right. And then we've got one more that we're going to launch as well. So we're kind of working through these pillars, and we're going to launch a webinar series where we deep dive into each one. It'll be 4 weeks in a row. We'll, of course, record them. We'll, of course, put them up on our YouTube channel. And of course, you'll have an opportunity to catch it live. And I know many of you will. So thank you very much for that. So look for that coming in the next couple of weeks. We'll, of course, put it out in our email newsletter as well. And then we're also putting together an inHarmony certification course. We're still going to work with Kate. Kate's course is phenomenal. It's obviously teaching, training, and educating on the efficacy of VAT therapy, specifically vibroacoustic therapy. We are putting together a certification course on inHarmony. So we'll go through our app. We'll go through app best practices. We'll go through protocols with our music. We'll go through all 3 of our products and the app as well, as far as deep dives are concerned. We'll go into the science and the research. So there's an awful lot that's going to start to happen on that front as well. Both of those, I think, will roll out by probably October, November. for the webinar series and probably January for our certification course. These things just take time to get recorded and edited and polished and finished and all set up the right way. I'm speaking in Sarasota, Florida. Our director of content creation, the man behind most of our music, Anthony Weiss, is flying in. We are doing a live guided music meditation, which is going to be awesome. And we also have John Hill coming in, who is one of our longest standing and most talented affiliates. And this is all hosted by Dr. John Lawrence and his incredible team of who are also affiliates, who also have 2 meditation cushions, a practitioner, are soon to have a sound lounge, and have integrated us into their wellness center. Dr. John Lawrence, for those of you that aren't familiar with him, is quite a phenomenal human being on many different levels. First of all, a very talented chiropractor, very talented biohacker who is pushing the envelope on a number of different supplements, including methylene blue and glutastat, which is something that I use on a regular basis, meditation mist, which isn't here, but I keep next to my meditation cushion and I use on a regular basis as well. He's got Sandman. He's written a book on melatonin. Dr. John, if you're watching this, you're one of the most incredible and talented human beings I know, which is why I'm so honored to be speaking at this event. I'm now back from my 3rd trip. I'm also honored to be a part of what you're doing down there. It's why I travel across the country to speak at your events and be a part of what you're building and making. It's always so much magic, so powerful, so spectacular. I love the Panhandle. Sarasota is beautiful, and there's lots of phenomenal things that are happening down there. So I'm putting a link in the description, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, you should see that. I thank you as always for stopping by. I am super grateful that you are here. It's a very short and a fast update today because I got to get to a phone call. There's lots of busyness. There's lots of stuff happening. You are the reason why it's all happening. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful